Hey, so I'm going to teach you guys a concept that I've been working on, and since I have this strandberg gnome boden, I figured I'd do a video on that before I give it off to somebody. Um, so, if you're an intermediate or advanced guitar player, you probably know your triad arpeggios, so you probably even know your seventh arpeggios too. So if you know those and you hear them in a solo, you can certainly use them, but after a while it kind of gets a little bit, samey. So what you can do is you can use this thing called Intervallic Structure Arpeggios, or at least I call it that. So what you do is you take two or more intervals and you alternate between the two. And a guy that does this a lot is Ben Monder. So one pair of intervals that he goes over in one of his videos is the second and then the fourth. So how you make that is let's just be in G major. So start on G, go up a diatonic second to A, then you go up a diatonic fourth, another diatonic second, diatonic fourth, and so on. So once you have that down, you just, for a second, just realize that it sounds a little bit more unpredictable than just like... It certainly sounds more wide and less kind of like, oh, okay, this is just a major 7 arpeggio. It sounds a bit more ambiguous. Now, what you can do is once you have that down, you can take it through all the modes of the major scale. So, for example, Dorian would be Phrygian, Lydian, which is actually the same as the one for Ionian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, sorry about that, and then Locrian. So you can really get a lot of mileage out of that. So once you know those shapes, what you can do is you can apply them to melodic minor, harmonic major, if that's your thing. But a really interesting thing to do is also start going with different interval combinations. Even just flipping the intervals around, so it's instead of a second and a fourth, it's a fourth and a second. It sounds really interesting too. So like, I kind of messed up there. So, and then, well, I messed up again, but that's besides the point. So then what you can also do is you can use different intervals as well. So like a sixth and a second is one that I really like. So you get yeah, well, you get the idea. But yeah, so what you can do is you can just go over through those interval combinations, and you can actually create chord voicings out of them. So for example, for C, Lydian dominant, you can get... Well, it's actually kind of like a B flat augmented. So you can have really beautiful chord voicings out of just alternating intervals. And in the case of this one, what it is actually Holdsworth used that sort of shape a lot. So what it is fourth, second, sixth. So you can really get a lot of interesting ideas for chords linear stuff from this concept. So I hope it helped.